This can be an overwhelming concept, so I'm going to try and simplify it as much as possible. This is mostly the report that I'm going to be using because I think it does a really good job of discussing this. So in dogs, the tail is a continuation of the spine, and the tail has nerves through it which communicate to the brain. And when these nerves are cut, nociception or pain signals are sent to the brain. And across all neonates, so little tiny babies, not just dogs, there is an assumption that these nerves were not necessarily myelinated, so they couldn't transmit these pain signals to the brain, or that the brain was not appropriately developed to understand those pain signals. However, we do know that tissue damage causes nociceptive signals or pain signals. But whether or not dogs can consciously understand this is kind of where the debate is. But we know that tissue damage can cause conscious and unconscious forms of nociception, especially when anesthesia is not used. And we have other animal models to look at, like piglets. But what's interesting is perceptions of pain. Like most vets considered tail docking to be painful, while breeders didn't. And this comes from some misunderstandings, like vocalization being tied to pain. But some species are just loud, like piglets. And some species are very stoic, like dogs. And dogs use things like passive coping in times of stress or pain, plus the factors that affect this passive response. But again, it's not just acute pain we need to worry about, it's also chronic pain, which can develop months to years later, which is why most vets use some form of analgesia even if we're not able to anesthetize these newborns.